This branch started in the early 2000s. And actually it started with a couple guys working out of a camper, keeping slings in a storage locker to service our customers. And so it was really a bootstrapping effort here to get into the market. And they eventually did, the couple guys that worked for us at that time, to develop customers. At that point, we actually became a service center to support a lot of our larger contracts in the area. That was really our focus for a number of years. I actually stumbled into the oil and gas business. I saw a crane and a yard for a rig mover and discovered, hey, rig movers use a lot of rigging. And it was a perfect marriage. And from there, we actually started the oil and gas market segment for Mazzella Lifting Technologies. In construction, obviously we were dealing with crane rental houses for high performance rope. That's one of our specialties. I really enjoy working with mobile cranes and geotechnical drill rigs. We became one of the go-to shops for lifting and rigging equipment.
I feel a little bit responsible for the growth of the city, getting involved in these larger construction projects and seeing the transformation, if you will, of what the city's going through, and being at these projects from the beginning through the construction to the end of it. 10 or 15 years from now, I can look back and say, oh yeah, I remember when they were building this, or I remember when they broke ground for this, or I remember this guy from that job. We work in nuclear, we work in petrochemical, we work in steel, we work in oil and gas. So you learn a little bit about each respective industry, and then also how the projects kind of come together over the long term. They have their jobs, specific to the industry, and it's a little bit of experience. Like there's certain standards for the nuclear industry, there's certain standards for the oil and gas industry, but if I don't know the answers, I can draw on experience from somebody else within our company.
What makes us so appealing with steel mills is we're way more than just rigging. We're way more than chains, slings, hooks, and shackles. We've got access to all these OEMs and the main distributors. The one thing that's really beneficial is that we are able to provide multiple solutions. Crane inspections, rigging inspections, engineered horizontal lifelines, training, engineered below the hook devices, as well as builds, engineers, installs, and actually can modify cranes on site. So if you're a purchaser or a new company or a project manager, anything like that, one thing I want you to know is dealing with Mazzella companies is a streamlined solution. It makes the buying process easy and comfortable by providing comfort and confidence in your transaction.